How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video here at the Leeds United Down Under channel. It's your boy Steve again, and if you could do me a big favour before the video starts and give me a like, a comment and a subscribe, that would be fantastic. Got a bit of a different video here today. I'm going to do a bit of a Premier League prediction, all my thoughts, probably more on the more interesting games. I don't want to be rude against some of the teams. Some of the games are probably not as interesting as the others, but you know, I'll do the best I can to talk about each one, and we'll get straight into it. So you got the big scalp this year, Tottenham versus Man City. Tottenham getting it done with the Heung-min Son strike, 1-0 on the first game of the season. Tottenham unbeaten so far this year, Crystal Palace are hosting Tottenham. Crystal Palace, not too sure what I think of that squad yet, and Vieira. They've made some good additions into the squad. Lost Eze to a season-long injury, but look, I'll be honest with you, I don't see anything more than a Tottenham win here. Palace might be lucky to scrape a draw, but look, Tottenham have looked really good defensively. Nuno's come in and done quite well with them. I think they're going to have an identity this year that they probably didn't have under Mourinho, which was surprising. I'm going to go maybe like probably a 1-0 or a 2-0. I don't see Palace scoring. If they do, maybe 2-1. But yeah, I can't see anything else but 3 points here to Tottenham. Next up, we head to Vicarage Road, where we have Watford versus Wolves. Watford getting a win against Aston Villa at the start of the season, but haven't carried on that luck and streak. Honestly, I don't know. I think they're going to get relegated this year. I can't see too much from them that would make me think they're going to stay up. But look, it's only 3 games in. So we're not too sure yet. Wolves looked really, really good. Wolves probably really unlucky to not get the win against Man United on last weekend. Man United sort of got away with the 1-0 win. Wolves deserved at least a point, if not more. It seemed like they were the more aggressive team. They attacked more often, but in the end, I guess the quality of Man United really showed. I'm not too sure. This is at Watford. Wolves have played really well, but I'm going to say maybe a 1-0 win to Wolves. I think Watford are going to really struggle to break Wolves down. They've always been pretty good defensively. So yeah, 1-0 to Wolves. Next up, Brentford versus Brighton at the Brentford Community Stadium. Now, Brentford was a big talking point in the first game of the season when they beat Arsenal 2-0. But I felt like that was a perfect storm a little bit. I think Arsenal were the weakest of the top 6 or top 6 teams in the Premier League. I feel like Watford were. I feel like they were. It was like a perfect storm for if someone's going to lose and get scalped. Obviously, Man City did as well, but it felt like Arsenal, Brentford, newly promoted, feeling confident. So Brentford looked pretty good. I got 2 draws since. You sort of wait and see when the form's going to drop. You're waiting to see when they're going to start looking like that championship club. And I don't know if it will come. I need Tony to get on the score sheet more often. But if he does, I can see them having a decent season. Where on the ladder, I don't know. Maybe mid-table at a push. But I think looking at them so far, they may survive and not go down. So look, this game here, Brighton have looked alright as well. They were the XG kings last year. A lot of all the stats pointed to them scoring goals, but they just didn't have the person to put the ball in the back of the net for them. But if I'm honest with you, I think this is where it would be a tough game. But I think again, Brighton will get up. They're a bit of a stalwart here in the Premier League now, and I think they'll get it done. I think they look pretty good defensively, even though they just sold White to Arsenal, Ben White to Arsenal. But I'm going to say 1-0 to maybe 2-1 actually. I'll go 2-1. I'll go 2-1 here to Brighton. I think they'll have just that little bit too much quality for Brentford. And now on to the big game, the big worst game. Arsenal versus Norwich. The battle of the losers, I'm dubbing it. So far, Arsenal, the big zip, 0 points, losing to Brentford, losing to Chelsea, and losing to Man City. All heavy defeats. Not heavy. Was it 5 goals against City, 2 against Chelsea, I think it was, and 2 against Brentford. So haven't scored a goal yet either. Norwich also look like probably the poorest team in the league. I don't I don't see them staying up, and I'm looking forward to Leeds playing them. So in this game, I think this is the start of the season for Arsenal. I think they were right in having a tough start. It's true. However, I don't think it's going to be as easy as that. I think, they're looking at having Aubameyang and Lacazette coming back. Whether they're playing this game, I'm not 100% sure. If they do, they're always going to have a chance against Norwich, who don't have the best defenders, don't have the best team in the league, and those strikers should be able to do a job against them. But we'll see. They really need to become more of a unit. Arsenal, they're just not really meshing together. Us Leeds fans will know that Ben White's world class, and I'll tell you what, he's had a poor start so far to Arsenal. Part of me I feel bad for him. Part of me sort of laughs a little bit because I think Brighton have done a job on Arsenal putting £50 million on his head, and now I see why they didn't want to sell him for 35 to us, because they could get 50 million for him. So look, would I still take him at Leeds? I think him and Bielsa work well together. I think he would be brilliant for us, but it is what it is. We're not going to pay 55, 60 million for him now for Arsenal. But look, in this game, I think Arsenal will get it done. I've got a number in my head. It could be anything really, but I feel like it's going to be 1-2-0. It could easily go the other way. And look, I'd love an Arsenal fan meltdown. Everyone does. Norwich could get 1-0 here, and it could go the other way. But my guts are telling me that I think Arsenal will get on the ball. Not the biggest names on this weekend's list of games. However, Man United versus Newcastle, the return of Ronaldo, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but the return of Ronaldo. Man United fans in a bit of a fuss this weekend because only the match-going fans in the UK can watch it. People from home, the fans from home, won't be able to see Ronaldo's return, which I do feel sorry for him, but at the same time, being a Leeds fan, I sort of don't. But, I know how I feel if there was a big signing for Leeds that we didn't get to see for a long time, didn't get to see on the first day. Sorry, not a long time. I'd be pretty frustrated as well, not being able to watch him come back, especially if it was someone maybe like a Jimmy Milner. James Milner would be not the same level as Ronaldo, but it would be cool. You'd want to see him return for Leeds. You'd want to see him play again. So it'd be that sort of level of nostalgia. Newcastle have had some moments this year where they've looked alright. They've looked like they're going to do well. Callum Wilson looks deadly again. He looks like he's a bit painful for defenders to deal with. He's sort of got an old Wilson without being that next level of striker. But I think Man United is going to have too much for him. I think Newcastle have a tendency to ship goals. I'm hoping it's more than 5-1 because then it can make the Leeds game not look as bad. But yeah, look, I think this would be 2-3-4. It could be anything really. I'm gonna go 3-1. I hope it's 6-1, but I think 3-1. I think Ronaldo is going to get himself on the score sheet. Callum Wilson will score a goal probably towards the end of the game when Man United are a bit complacent. But yeah, it's at Old Trafford, so yeah, I can't go past Man United. And I'm going to say 3-1. Next up, Southampton versus West Ham down at St Mary's Stadium in the south there. Southampton had a good draw against Man United, however, looked poor against Everton at times. And West Ham flying. I can't go past West Ham at the moment. I think they've scored a ridiculous amount of goals. I think it's 10 goals in 3 games. 4 against Leicester, a 10-man Leicester. However, still Leicester nonetheless, who are usually pretty good defensively. So, look, West Ham again. I'm gonna say 2-0. I don't think there'll be a goal from Southampton. And Southampton are one of those tips that they could go down this year, and I'm not 100% sure yet. They looked okay at times, but I think that's going to be an easy walk through the park for West Ham, if I'm truly honest. And for the big game of the weekend, the one that I think everyone will be tuning into, Leicester versus Man City. Now, where do I think this is going to go? This is going to be a tough game. Leicester coming off they've only lost 1 game this year, but it was a heavy defeat 4-1, but that was down to 10 men. What do I think is going to happen here? I'll be honest, you can't go past Man City. They're a class above. I'm going to say probably 2-1. I think Vardy gets on the score sheet. And I think Man City controls the game quite comfortably, and Leicester looks to counter-attack once or twice and probably gets a goal from it. Next up, Leeds versus Liverpool. I won't touch on it on this one because you can go check out my other video that I have on the channel here with an in-depth chat about where I think that one's going to go. So that moves us on to the last game of the season, which is Burnley versus Everton. Now, this game's an interesting one. I've seen Burnley and Everton as a Leeds fan playing both of them. You can see Rafa Benitez really has Everton playing as a defensive and a whole team unit now. Calvert-Lewin's looking pretty good up front. And Burnley's just a standard Sean Dyche Burnley where they're difficult to break down at the back, and they have two lumps up forward who can put the ball in the back of the net, mainly Chris Wood, because I don't really rate Barnes that much, if I'm honest. I think he's combative, but God, he's painful to watch sometimes. A lot of whinging coming from him up forward. So if I'm honest, this game's probably going to be a bit drab. I can't see there being too much action in it. I'm going to go with a Everton 2-0 win. I think it'll be two bits of class. Calvert-Lewin will get one of them, and Richarlison will get the other. Interesting, actually, because the Richarlison versus Calvert-Lewin penalty incident last week. I wonder what happened in the change rooms after that. Leave a comment below. Let me know what happened in the change rooms. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, please drop a comment and a like and subscribe. I really appreciate all the feedback and help, and that would be great if you can, give some love to me so I can grow this community. A bit of a different video. I'm hoping my next video will be a Leeds review of Leeds preview of the weekend, or review, sorry, and the other one will be, I might do a little Premier League reviews of the weekend's action. I'm not too sure where I'm taking the channel down at the moment. It's a Leeds channel, but I really like the Premier League and talking about the Premier League as well. So, I might chuck some Premier League content if this does well on here at the same time. But again, thank you very much, and peace.